All right. Hello, everybody. So, good morning, good afternoon, whichever zone you guys are presently situated in. All right. So, yeah, this is putting the agenda very specific and right ahead is that this session that we are having right now is for the corporate professionals specifically. Okay, those who are in IT or non-IT domain, both. Okay. We do not cater to any blue collared job. That is not our forte. Specifically, we are looking right now in this Q&A session for Europe. Okay, Europe is the zone that we would be concentrating upon, and we would be customizing and guiding you ahead on this region that you can see right above here. Okay. Also, the mandatory prerequisite is that you should have watched the webinar or had a one-on-one with the team so that you understand you are in a certain platform to kind of put those specific questions which would be helpful for you and for others to kind of navigate their way towards Europe. The agenda of this meeting is basically to equip you guys understanding about what is the demographic view of Europe vis-a-vis to the job openings, what specific efforts you should make, and if you want to continue to do it alone, fantastic. If you need the help of Aurolingua, that is also fantastic. Okay, so there is no compulsion or anything. This is basically a session where we will be interacting like colleagues and we'll try to help you with our knowledge so that at the end of the session, you feel yourself a little bit more equipped and a little bit more facilitated in terms of understanding, yes, this domain is for me or it is not for me going to Europe. Okay, sounds good, guys. Can I have a thumb, you all, at least? That okay, great. Thank you. Nice. So now coming to the agenda. Okay, as we have set the agenda, so it is the European market. And just a bit about myself, let me speak. So I am Alok, khare, guys, and I'm having approximately 19 years of experience now. 18 years were last year, and specifically, I'm an expertise in the HR operations, hiring, recruitment, and facilitating into the European domains. Having worked in the France region predominantly, Germany, Italy, AXA Canada, pretty much most of the MNCs that I have covered, starting from Genpact, Jacques, IBM, Kyndryl, AXA, pretty much every Thomson Reuters, etc. And been part of the recruitment, facilitation, migration processes. This has been my strength. Yes, I have the proficiencies of French, German, and Italian simultaneously, as I have done my double graduation. So this is a bit about me. Apart from that, I have done a lot of more like double MBA, etc. But those are different. So it's less about me and more about you that today we will be concentrating on. Okay. So before we proceed ahead, I would like to put the agenda. I have a thumbs up from you guys if you're able to see my screen clearly and if I'm audible, because I have not put my special mic and special cameras. I'm just logged in with my laptop and from a meeting. I just came in and I'm heading towards another meeting. I have a hard stop in 1.5 hours. So just wanted to understand if I'm visible, if my screen is visible, everything sounds good. From all of you, can I have a thumbs up, please? Thanks, shares. Thank you, Thomas. Fantastic. Thanks, Pradeep. Lovely. So what you see in front of you is the demographic of Europe. 44 countries in total. Skepticals about 26 or 27 or 29 Schengen countries. It keeps changing, but more or less now it is 29. UK is not part of Europe. However, Ireland is. Okay. Scandinavian countries, Norway has a different rules regulation. Most of the jobs are customized towards the dark region. Dark, everybody understand what is dark? Yeah, you guys understand what is dark? Dark is basically Deutschland, Germany, Austria, and Schweiz, Switzerland. So this portion, what you see here, this portion when my cursor is going through, is called dark region. Okay. Why dark? Dark is one of the most powerful region in the entire Europe, economic wise. Okay. And we can see that. Look at this. GDP wise, if you're seeing on top, okay. First, let's see the surface wise here. This lower thing, what you're seeing here. You see, largest area surface wise is France. Then you have Spain, Sweden, and Germany. So these are the top four. Normally, our thought process comes that okay, if something is the largest area, that means that is also a revenue generating country. Okay, the largest GDP. And the smallest is Luxembourg and Malta, as you can see. However, if you see on the top one, that's driven by them, largest is Luxembourg. Can you see? It is the smallest region and largest revenue generating is by Luxembourg. For different reasons and for different perspective, we will not go to that because a lot of business is also involved there. But if you see the dark region, Germany turns out to be pretty good area for anybody who's fetching for a role in IT, non-IT domain, corporate professionals. Okay, there has been a lot of speculation about Portugal coming up, Malta coming up, Luxembourg coming up, but those are bubbles. They keep coming, keep going, keep coming, keep going. Okay, those are the entry factors for you into Europe. But what always stays strong is in the France region. Okay, why? Because they have seen the drastic moments of history. They have seen the World War One, World War Two, and recently the World War Three, which is happening, though not officially announced, but still. So, having seen that, having witnessed it, having been impacted by it, still coming back strong. So, that is the region that you are looking forward to be working in. Okay, so it has a lot of history behind, it has a lot of strength behind, and why is it has a lot of strength is because these countries which you're seeing here, the entire Europe, in fact, uh, are based up of SMEs. Okay, now what is SMEs? I have spoken about it in my webinar also, which you have seen. I have spoken about it in various shorts that I have put forth. SMEs are not startups, neither are they the large shorter MNCs. SMEs are a very particular terminology used for Europe specifically, which in India you don't see. You witness those SMEs somewhere near the Gujarat region in India. Okay, the folks who are working in the diamond factories in Gujarat, um, it's a small family-run business, and they do not hire anybody from outside. They only go through acquaintances because a lot of trust involved. So those are SMEs because they almost give a lot of revenue to the Indian GDP, but still are not very well known. Okay, same way for them also here. SMEs are the running factor. And if you see here, guys, I show you, just go to Google and type small and medium size enterprise in Europe. Okay. And the first one which comes here, if you just click on that, right? I hope I'm changing my screen. Is it visible, guys? Munaf, is it visible, right?
Yes,
Just
it is.
change. Fantastic. So if you see here, okay, small and medium size enterprise, you would see here that it is the official website, by the way, an official website of the European Union. What does it say? It clearly says that the backbone of Europe's economy represents by 99% of the business in EU. 100 million jobs are being gathered into this domain. And this is the first mistake that we are doing by not looking into this and not giving too much of relevance into this. We are still brainwashed or highlighted by working into those top-notch companies, Accenture, Meta, IBM, not understanding that these companies, okay, the top-notch companies which are there.
I think
Sorry?
it's stuck.
If it is getting stuck, then please let me know.
Yeah, it is stuck on the BP and that surface area chart.
Munaf, you didn't see my screen changing?
No,
It
no, no.
was actually. I think there's some issue.
So we are at this. Can you
No, we
see
can
Now,
see
now,
that.
now, it is.
now? Okay. The same thing I was
Now
showing.
it's-
So maybe there is a network issue at your end because it is changing. So if you see here, it's an official website from European Union, and it says clearly that it is a 9 of the business are run by SMEs. Okay. Now, even if you go to the SMEs, you don't need to go anywhere. Just do a Google and you will understand what is SMEs. Just go to images and you will see a lot of perspective about SMEs. Okay. If you just open this particular pie chart, you can see these are the large companies, the red ones, and 99% are the SMEs. and you are trying to find job in this red portion, how difficult it is going to be there. You can understand, imagine you're trying to get into the bottleneck. Just look at this percentage which is there, the business types. And that's exactly what I'm telling you, to switch your approach towards the SME segment. So coming back to the PowerPoint, this is number one. Okay. Number two is that most of the jobs, the visas decision, jobs decision, migration decisions are dealt by Belgium. Why Belgium? Can anybody give me an answer? Why Belgium? What is the significance that Belgium or Brussels has in Europe? Anybody? You're all in the unmute zone. Please feel free to speak. No worries. I'm not putting you on mute or something. Why Belgium? Does anybody know what is the significance of Belgium in Europe? Brussels. No problem. Let me tell you. So Belgium is the capital, or you could say unrevealed capital of Europe. Okay. All the strategic decisions, be it finance, be it visas, be it migrations, etc., are done in Belgium itself. Okay. So it always makes decision this time who to give the eligibility of migration for the visas. So is it Germany? After 2 months it'll be France. After a few months it'll be Portugal. Right now Portugal is in hot thing along. Germany is always there. Germany, the dark regions are always, France is always there. For the visas, there is no stoppage or that. But for the other smaller countries, it takes the decision because they don't want any uh, negative migrate and start giving issues into their country. They always want to play it safe. Okay, so that is the reason this decision is taking there. Okay, so considering that, we will focus on these regions specifically today. Okay, this is all the details that you can actually go through the YouTube channel, the Facebook link, the WhatsApp link, in case you want to witness and acquaint with the success stories, people who are in. I think day before yesterday we had a meetup with our folks across the globe, people from Norway, people from Sweden, Germany, Italy, Portugal. We all came on the with our inner community meetup, and beautiful session wherein they described what are the challenges they face, what is the advantages there. Some of them came also told it's a beautiful time if you want to have the family relocation visa. They have made it very simple now. The visa process has become simple. The job searches has become simple. Some of them also came up with saying the importance of learning language. Some of them also came with the perspective of saying that how important it is to relocate there or not relocate there is not necessary. So it was a beautiful session where the people in the inner community understood. And the best part of it was that now these people who are our inner community people who are spread across the globe in Europe, they always keep on generating the reference jobs. You would have seen in the community also, in the group outer community, we are posting a lot of these jobs as well. So the first preference goes to the inner community people, wherein they catch and they get referred by these folks and they get absorption there. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. Now I am sure that now we are jumping into the Q&A session, but before that, I'm sure that most of you would have already witnessed these kind of issues into your candidature. Okay, many of you are really aspiring for Europe or for abroad for XYZ reasons. It could be a better salary, it could be a better lifestyle, it could be a better education, even a better perspective. In general, you want to travel, have a nice life out there, which is very good in Europe here. So it could be multiple reasons, but you're not getting the right route. You're not getting the right things. People are going through, people are getting jobs, but how, you don't know. Suddenly somebody gets a call and boom, they're off there. But what is specifically causing that, you don't know. So most of you start getting rejections. Your resume is getting rejected. Okay. Even if your resume doesn't get rejected, your applications are not rejected directly, but there is no call coming to your application. Even if you get calls, there is no screening round of interview happening there. Okay. Even if that happens, they either reject you by saying that you are highly qualified, or they reject you by saying that you've got too many parameters in your resume, so I don't know what is your strength. And that is a mistake we all Indians make. We write everything. I'm a Six Sigma black belt, I'm a PMP certified, I'm this, I'm that, I know language. We put everything on top of the resume, try to showcase our skill. It works in India, it works in US, it works in Middle East countries, but not in Europe, guys. Okay, you cannot be the jack of all. You need to showcase that one or two skills there, and the rest of should trail as a subordinate strength. Okay. Then the rejection reason also could be your low salaries, also be that you're not presenting when in the interview. The 6 rounds of interviews are happening in Europe, starting from screening round to case study round to leadership round, HR round, salary negotiation round, and so on. And each round is as critical as the previous one. All right. So rejection happens in the interviews. Then good companies are ignoring your profile. This I have already revealed you because you are applying. For you, the good company means those 1%. The Accenture, the Dell, the IBM. Well, that's only the 1%. Those are the showcase companies in Europe. They are not the revenue generating companies in Europe. Okay. If it is not a revenue generating company, the government is not going to give too much of importance there. So most of the migration into these companies, IJPs, internal job posting. All right. However, apart from this, if you see any other kind of rejection reasons, please put it in a chat box. I would like to see that before we go to the next questions. Please put forth in the chat box. Yes, absolutely. Language is one of the main thing. Foreign language. What else? Rejection due to foreign language. What else is there? Okay. So one of them is saying that it is because they want people to be there right now. Yes, the existence, the dominance of being there, that is also very much in requirement. Not finding any visa sponsored jobs. Yes, you will not be finding that because, yes, exactly, Aparna. Visa sponsorship jobs are not to be seen. Anybody, any idea why suddenly they disappeared? Why there is no visa sponsored job? Before it used to be flooded in the LinkedIn, right? You just type visa sponsored, boom, used to get 1,000, 2,000 jobs. Why is it so? Anybody, any idea? Simple reason that I told right before this session here. The decision making in Brussels, Belgium, it makes all the decisions. And because all the cost centers of these SMEs or the top-notch companies are situated in Germany, the DACH region and the France region or the UK regions, and their back office. Before it used to be in India, but now they're having the back office in Poland, Bratislava. Okay, these are the places that they are having, the Romania. These are the places they're having the back office. And if they showcase a different salary here and a different salary here, it is going to create too much of disparity. Okay. Most of the people from here would want to easily move to Germany, and it's not too much of a difference. They will go there and start joining. The whole purpose of them diversifying those jobs to these places will lose its essence. Why? The reason that they are migrating these jobs here is for the cost saving. And if these people find out that they are getting higher paid, everybody knows anyways. If they find out that they are advertising higher pay here for the same role, it's easy for them to migrate down there 6 hours and they can come back over the weekend. Then the whole essence will lose. Okay, so that's the reason you would have noticed that the advertisement in the top websites such as LinkedIn, etc., is not happening. However, in the local websites, Zinc, etc., you are still getting to see that. Okay, so yes, these are the rejection reasons, and these rejection reasons will boil down to 3 major reasons. Number 1, not getting interview calls. Number 2, getting calls but not getting the offer letters. Number 3, getting the offer letters but not the desired CTC. Do you agree? Any other thing? Because every other thing will actually boil down into these 3. If you see your resume not getting selected, visas, everything will actually come down to this. So cracking the crux of this matter, considering this in mind, let us start the session of Q&A and try to understand, how we can try to give you some clarity onto, yes, no proper format of application, cover letter missing in application shares. That is also part of these 3 parameters that I have shown you. Okay, so let's kind of, I will unpin myself and let's start one by one and figuring out what are the questions you guys are having to your candidature in Europe. Okay, and then let's try to help you through. So yeah, Munaf, who would like to put
Yeah,
forth? But
it would be better if you guys just raise your hand so we can select who can go first.
yes, but I want the video to be on Otherwise, there will be no answer to that particular question, please. It would be better. So, okay. So, Shreyas, yes, you are on an unmuted mode. You can start speaking. Okay, Aparna, you go ahead.
I think we should go ahead with Aparna as she is raising the
Sure.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hi.
Hi, Aparna. You?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yes.
Where are you from, by the way?
I am from Kanpur. I work in Bangalore. I work in marketing and communication field. Yeah.
Oh, what a drastic change from where to where. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Superb. So, Aparna, you are in marketing and sales, right?
No, marketing and communication, branding, strategy, communication.
So, branding, communication. Ogilvy, I think you must have heard about this company, Ogilvy. I'm not too sure.
Ogilvy, yes, yes. So I started off with an agency similar to Ogilvy called Dentsu. Now
Yes,
I work with Ola Cabs. I'm a senior brand manager here. Yeah.
because I remember when I was working for IBM France, Ogilvy was a supportive
Yes.
marketing to
Yes.
IBM. They
Yeah.
were doing white paper branding, marketings,
Yeah.
etc. for IBM France. So that's why I
Yeah.
just struck.
Yes.
All right, start with your question, please, Aparna.
Cool. So my major question is because my field is a lot to do with communication, to do with the customer behavior. So now planning to move to Germany, one thing that I've realized is that one thing that I don't understand is customer behavior, like the culture, the customer behavior in Germany versus that of in India. And for a couple of interviews, I have got that as one reason. That I don't have networking there, I don't understand the language, and the primary means of communication there is in German. So you
Correct.
did mention about the SMEs, and when I did my little research, I saw that the couple of SMEs are purely English
Hmm.
speaking. So when I have this as a caveat, how do you think I should move about this? Because in marketing, my and I have 9 years of experience, so I can't really jump into something technical
Yeah.
at this point of time as well. So just wanted your suggestion on that. Yeah.
Well, I keep getting a lot of queries from doctors, lawyers, professors, okay, chemists, PhD driven. They're having 20 years of experience, and they can't digest the fact that they will need to upskill their domain in order to go to a different country. Well, and that's the reason we do not function with them. It comes with a lot of license driven issues. The license in India versus there. To a certain extent, if you are a CA in India, you would need to be equipped in a certain way there because you need to know the regionals, finance, taxation, etc. So I always recommend them that first equip yourself with that, and then you come to us so that the basics are taken care of. So in your case, you will need to understand that see your whole domain actually revolving around customer experience specialist, if I could put it exactly for you. So it could be digital engagement coordinator, client relationship manager, brand communication manager, brand evangelist, social media coordinator, etc. These are all what? What are they? They are ultimately client-facing jobs. Do you agree?
Agreed.
Client-facing jobs. So if you are actually facing to your jobs are actually catering to the client-facing jobs, you are expected to know certain amount of the linguistics in order to at least crack the interview. We were having
Yeah.
this inner community meeting with most of our mentees who have gone to Europe, and they all were asking this, before they joined Aurolingua, they were all asking that, Alok, please suggest a region where I can go without learning language. How can I not upskill myself in the linguistics and kind of find, is it UK okay for me? Is Netherlands okay for me? Is Denmark okay for me? Understand one thing, everything is okay, but are the front shelf jobs. You understand what is front shelf jobs? So you're working in a marketing,
Yeah.
FMCG market, when they do the analysis of the malls and grocery stores, etc. What you put on the front shelf are the ones which are easily picked up, correct? Like your dairies, your bakeries, etc., are really picked up. So if you are eyeing on those jobs, you can rest assured there are millions other who are also eyeing on those jobs
Yeah.
because that's an easy pick for them. You may be thinking, no, 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 I am having exclusive potential inside me. My skills are really different, and I will crack it. But it's not the case. Everybody is skilled, and the manager who is looking, he is always advertising at 100%, but his expectation is to get somewhere near 60 to 70%, and that's he's done with that. He would not want to go ahead and sponsor a visa sponsorship to you considering the fact that you are just an average employee which he can get from Poland or Austria or vicinity countries. Either you are superly talented in your domain, or you're coming through some kind of reference which is really strong, or you upskill yourself if you're going for client facing roles. The feedback that I also would have given you if I was interviewing you in your role, because I used to lead a team in IBM. It used to call GMC, Global Marketing Center. You must have heard about it.
Yeah.
So the 8 countries in Europe, I was heading that, and we were actually hiring a lot of MBA specialists who were digital marketing. That time, the digital marketing phase was just very new. I'm talking about 2011, 2012. In those times, it was very new. It has not been evolved. Also, there's nothing called AI. We used to still do most of the time white paper marketing. The team used to do. So if you are wanting to face the client, the campaign runs, etc., then you will need to know the language. You cannot shun away from there. However, plan B, if you want to kind of cater to those jobs without learning the language, then you get to the operations part of it. Marketing operations, sales analyst, sales specialist, marketing specialist. Those are the roles wherein you will be supporting those people who are actually going and presenting to the clients. Like you'll be having a sales managers and you'll be supporting the sales manager in all his analytics, etc. So those are the roles which you can take up. They will not be requiring the language. However, to crack the interview, it's better to know a little bit of it so that you stand a niche apart from your cutthroat competition.
No, no, absolutely. I have A1. I have done my A1. So the only I wish to continue as well, but I didn't had any prospect leads in Germany. So that's why I thought that before making that investment and learning a
Yeah,
language here and not using it, I thought it's better I move there and learn it because it's
and most of
not.
these people who came before yesterday in our session, the same people who were refraining to learn language, as soon as they logged in, they all started saying Guten Tag, wie geht's, like in their respective language to me. And I said, you were the one who was clipping the maximum about learning the language. I said, no, no, no. When I came here, we understood how important it is.
Yeah.
You want to navigate, day-to-day stuff and all that, admission of your kids, your own admission, getting a ID, going and buying groceries. It is super important, and that's the reason we have it integrated in our program, because that is something that is essential. Even if you're not going to use it in a day-to-day life in a corporate life, but you need to have it.
Got
All
it.
right. So work on these parameters, which I
Yeah.
just told you: brand development manager, brand evangelist, client engagement coordinator, customer success associate, and in one level behind, which is the operations, helping the operations, so that you don't face the client.
Yeah. Got it.
I know you have 9 years of experience, but do not also run for a role which would be managerial role. I do not see that kind of preparedness. Maybe down the line, 6 to 8 months, yes. But initially, try to work on a softer country, which is like France, Germany, Italy, and on a softer designation. We should not be at a senior level, like an associate or a specialist level. Once you understand the market, understand the work, understand the rapport with the colleagues, the expectations, you yourself will be crystal clear about what is the next thing to be done, which country, which company, and then we will also sit again after 8, 9 months and to evolve be further ahead to your next move down the line.
Okay.
So this we keep, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Superb, superb. Stay connected with the team and they will guide you ahead. Okay. All right.
All right.
Fantastic. So let's go with Gaurav, who has raised his hand.
Hey, hi, Alok. This is Gaurav Srivastava. Actually, I have like
Hi, Gaurav.
too many questions. Sorry for that, but I have.
Yeah,
So
but we will
starting
go
with the
with
first one,
maximum 2 questions, not too many questions, because others are also there. Okay.
I'll try to like take the
Yeah.
answers in pretty quick. So first
Yeah.
question is
Sure.
actually shifted my job roles. What I have done previously, I have an experience of 8 years in marketing sales. It's a hardcore sales actually, and I switched from the sales profile to project management profile in IT field before to electrical field. So that switch, basically in India, I have an experience right now of like 1.5 years as an associate
Mm.
project manager. So we are into developing the softwares and products. We have our products. So it is means my interest in profile, if I can say, is in project management only. So should I go
Mhm.
with project management, or should I like go back and move back on the sales side as per the opportunities? So this is a big round means actually a biggest question in my mind. I used to apply for the project management, getting lot of rejections, and the rejection starts with unfortunately. The word unfortunately, as soon as I see, I block the the mail. That's what I can do with that mail. So this is the
Mm.
first thing. So
All right. So let me tell you what you need to do. Okay. You do this task, get yourself clear, and then let us connect. Okay. So I'll tell you what you need to do. You sit on, you can see my screen.
yeah, I can.
All right. So you try to figure out those 10 to 15 JDs of yours. Okay. Have those handy. If you want, our team will help you. We will send you your alternative job title, which are predominantly used in the European country. And then once you have them handy, you go take at least 10 to 15 JDs in LinkedIn. Go through them and try to figure out what are those top, technical skills. Okay. For example, in this case, the person is having strategic sourcing, vendor management. In your case, if it is operations, it will be PMP. Okay, team management, communication skills. All right. If it was in sales, it could be client satisfaction, CX scoring. Different things. And try to see how many times those skills are coming in those JD. And then see the frequency and put a rating on that 1 to 10. Where do you rate yourself into uh, technical skills? If the frequency is high and also your rating is high to that particular uh, skill, that means you are aligned to that job. It's like a demand and supply thing. Okay. However, if the frequency is high, but your self scoring to that technical skill is low, that means you are not aligned to that role. You're getting my point? Because your duality is that you have shifted role. You're not. You are still confused whether to go with the sales and marketing or whether to go with the operations management. So in that case, you need to do this first and figure out which countries are the thing. If you want, our team can help you also in that. That's not an issue. I can send you. I can have my team send you alternative job titles, which will be helpful to you. In your case, for example, if you're talking about sales, okay, then obviously you have account executive, you have sales coordinator, you have sales executives, solution sales specialist. But however, if you wish to move to project management, then all the above will go away. Then you will start working for a project program manager, project leader, project director, project planner, etc., etc. You need to be in between the both, correct? Because sales is your expertise, operations is your that you're going into. So have a designation which will match both, like an operations for sales, supporting sales, because every department have their operations thing, right? So you could work into those domains. They will also be pretty inquisitive in hiring you because you already have an insight into the sales. Have you been facing the clients in your sales calls,
Yes,
etc.?
I do. I do.
And
I do.
which region you
I
were catering to?
So basically,
Sorry.
UP West is in India. We have like different regions.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it's like multiple companies in 8 years. So there are three
Mhm.
companies which I have should switch to. So before I was in UP West, then in Punjab, and worked with the like Haryana as well. So there are multiple regions I work with. I have faced customer directly, and it
Okay.
is actually I reached to like senior manager. Then I switched back to associate project manager in IT field. And from last 1.5 years, I am working with Comprino Technologies, Bangalore.
All right. So see, if you have only been working with Indian clients, then I would say do not showcase your sales techniques to the resume
Hmm.
because it's a different ball game being an international sales specialist versus a local regional ones. In that case, you work operations part, such as sales operations, marketing operations, executives operations. These are the things where you can support specialists, advisors, those kind of roles you can go for. And there you can utilize your both program manager, project manager role versus your sales roles also. Pipeline management, closing management, how the deals are flowing from one quarter to another, revenue closing, quarter to quarter to closing, budget allocation. All those things will come as an additional thing for you. Okay, so
Correct.
this certainly you can work upon. So that's called niche identification SWOT analysis. So this you will need to do. So sit with the team, they will help you with that. Okay, they will help you.
Correct.
Once you're crystal clear, you can make a move because there is a competitive market, definitely. But until unless you do not identify your niche, you will not be able to kind of penetrate into the market.
Got it. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah. So second I
Yeah.
have is language. Actually, in project manager, as a project manager, we used to have like direct interaction with the customer, and we need to get the deliverables on times, and everything is to be managed. So language is the most important barrier which I am facing in while applying. They mean most of the JD has that we will be requiring. Suppose I'm applying to Netherlands, so they want Dutch to be like A2 level or A1 level that way. Oh, language is creating a barrier. Although I have discussion with Munaf as well on this, and Munaf has suggested me that language won't be a barrier. We just need to hit the right job actually. So
Yeah.
I got this. So I'm
Correct. Because see, if you're talking about the Dutch regions, okay, so people say that Holland and Netherlands is the same thing. It's not the same thing. The country may be same, but there are different regions to it. If you go towards the Holland side, okay, yes, Dutch will be required. Okay, you have this place called Shanzan, which is the windmill place in Netherlands. Okay, there definitely. But if you're in the core Netherlands center, okay, the city center, everybody speaks much better English than any of us here. There is no requirement of the language barrier there. People are fluent, people are helpful, people are there to guide you. Denmark, Germany also, people do speak a beautiful English out there. So it depends which kind of regions you go. Yes, if you are directly your first round of interview is with the HR, who is linguistically a little bit not capable, then you will need to put forth your communication to that person. You could take up a basic language skills and then you can do that. But language is definitely not going to be a barrier because there are lots and lots of jobs which have come up. So it's the work that will matter. It's not your education, it's not your linguistic capabilities, it is basically your skills and competencies. You understand what's the difference between skills and competencies?
yes, obviously. Yeah.
Skill is what you own and what you have gathered with your studies, etc. Competencies is skills applied in the industry. Suppose you're in the marketing domain, then you have applied a certain skills. You are in a pharmaceutical domain, you have applied that skill in a different way. You're in IT domain. So skills multiply by the skills duration, the competency. So what they are looking for is the competencies. How competent are you for this particular job? Yes. If you're learning a language, we have had so many conversations with our fellow HRs in Europe where they always say that, this guy is who I interviewed this morning. He's super competent. However, he lacks the linguistic skills, but we see that he's already doing an A1 level, and in no time will he pick up A1, A2, and B1. So I think we can go ahead with this person. These kind of conversations are coming. Second, they take your candidature seriously. That this person is making an investment of his time, of his this person is serious. He's not the guy who is also applying in Canada, who's also applying in South Korea, who's also applying in US and Canada and also in Europe. So Europe is just one of the plan B. They understand that this is not the fact. So in that case, once you appear in the interview, you showcase all these things, they will start taking your candidature more seriously. Again, it's not necessary that you will need to execute on day-to-day basis the skills of linguistics. Okay.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, and that's the reason we have our language, sessions as well. So if you see, this is the presentation that we have. We have a lot of trainers who come in, and we have this teaching even from our Indian, from European. We have the sessions. So we do teach you guys how to actually be linguistically more capable. While you will be part of the program, these things will go on, and these things will put you from blue ocean to red ocean to blue ocean strategy. What is red ocean and blue ocean strategy? Red ocean and blue ocean are nothing else but saturated market and finding a non-saturated market in that stagnant market. Okay, so all these companies that you see here, Canon, Curves, Quinn, okay, they have all used this kind of strategy, and they have all bounced back from saturated to non-saturated. For example, like I have given also, correct? You've seen this cassette industries in our time. It used to be, it got diluted, and now then came the CD industry, but there was not much of a revolution. Okay, cassette to CD, it used to be the same thing. People like us in our era, we were facing problem. If I like one particular track in any of these cassettes or CDs, we were still having to spend that huge amount to buy the entire, cassette or entire CD. So there was no breakthrough for that. Then came this breakthrough from Apple, wherein they introduced iPod, etc., and they got one track. You could select the tracks and download it and start listening. And the entire industry grew so high that you don't see anywhere these kind of gadgets now. They've all become historic. And at one time, for 2-3 decades, I'm not wrong, 90s and 2000, they had reigned the world, and now they're nowhere to be seen. It's gone. So this is called the blue ocean strategy that you need to do. And that's why I keep saying, instead of applying for hundreds of jobs with a generic resume, it will not work. It doesn't work. You have to tailor, you have to upskill. People are not looking for resumes, guys. This is a myth that you need to remove from your mind. Make a European format resume, make a beautiful, German, put a number there of a German. Nothing. You will be caught red-handed. You need to show your skill in the right way. People are looking for somebody who can solve the problem in the table. They are having the issues. They are having the crunch of the people, and they want to be resolved. And you are the one. If you can resolve it, then you are the one who will be getting the job. It's simple. Okay.
Understood.
So I already said one of the factors. For example, the dark regions, concentrate on the SMEs. Obviously, these roles are not advertised everywhere, but there is a way to actually get to that. Okay. Once you get to that, then you figure out how to move ahead. Okay.
Got it. Understood.
Lovely. All right. Anyways, you have a sit with the team, and all your trickling questions will be resolved. I think Munaf, you can send him that blue ocean and red ocean video which I had recently shot. That will give you more clarity, Gaurav. Okay. In fact, you can send to all of them the blue ocean, red ocean strategy which you had implemented for Prakash and Milind, and how they had from the market they moved to the non-saturated market and they got a role. Okay. Because the whole purpose is that so those what I'll be sharing with you are the inner community what we follow, some practices, some confidential practices. So try to implement it. If it helps you on your own, try to use it. If it doesn't help you, then we are there to help you out. Okay, first try to venture on your own. I would say that there's no harm. I mean, we are not here to sell anything. We don't have any product to sell you. We have an expertise, we have a hand holding method. We have been here from past 20 years. So it's not like a course or something of that kind. I know you guys are already burnt your fingers many places. You guys have had a frustrating journey throughout working in the Indian market, aspiring to go there, feeling rejections. So we are not here to add on a burden to you. We are here to basically guide you, coach you. If you can fly solo, fantastic. If you can't, then you can always come to us. All right, Gaurav?
Yeah.
So Munaf, you can share those confidential videos to all of them and let them kind of put forth. In fact, let me just try to see if I can put it here only. Yeah, let me try to put it guys here, okay, so that you guys can put it in the chat box. Yeah, I have put it in the chat box, guys. So the first one, please let me know if all of you received in the chat box.
Yes, Alok.
Yeah.
It's there.
So the first one is the blue ocean strategy video which I have shot. Okay. which will tell you exactly what is the blue ocean strategy from moving to here to the other one. Second is the root cause analysis for job search in Europe, because it's not apple to apple comparison. It's not like the what strategy you use in India, what strategy you use in Canada, Australia will applicable here. No, there are different people sitting here, different perspective. Like I told you, they don't even bother whether you are coming or not coming. Recently from Munich to Netherlands. Yeah, Munich to Netherlands, and my flight was delayed, and everybody was standing on the route in the airport for the Lufthansa Airlines to take off, and we didn't know what's happening around there. Then two Americans who were a little bit more excited about the whole situation, they went and approached the staff and found out that there's a lack of staff, due to which the people who were sitting in the flight were not off-boarded, and people who had to go and sit on the flight were not on-boarded. The staff communication was not there. So immediately they understood the gravity of the situation. It was getting pretty much dark evening. So requested the same staff who had come that, okay, we will, and it happened, this conversation happened in front of us. They told them, we'll be paying you extra. Please onboard this staff and do a double shift so that, these people can reach their destination. And they agreed. And then we reached our destination late in the evening. But just to tell you, there is a crux of staff in all domains, everywhere. But just like the Indian Army, they will not compromise with the quality. Indian Army is having such a crux of people, but they do not compromise with the quality. They need that kind of staff and that kind of staff. Same thing here in Europe also. They need this caliber of people. They will not compromise with them. So go through this and how we had implemented with Prakash and Milind. It will help you in that. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Gaurav. All the best. All the best. All right. So we go with Hardik or Ajit. They see both their hands.
We should go with Ajit first.
Ajit. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Ajit. Then we can go with Manish and Hardik or Hardik.
Hello.
Ajit, you are unmuted here.
Hello.
Hello, Ajit. Yeah, Ajit, I can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, Alok. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, Ajit.
Yeah. Actually, talked with Mona last week, I think. So, and actually, my doubt is I'm working on IT actually, software industry, and I'm just totally having of 3 years of experience. Okay. And
Software means
my
what are you
doubt
doing?
is
Are you a front end, back end, full stack developer, automation tester? Be a little specific, please.
like, yeah, that's what I have worked in multiple technologies. So actually, first I started my career in automation testing for 1.5 years. After that, I'm working as an RPA developer. It's a robotic process automation,
Sorry, I know
and
about it.
it's like and mostly I'm working with SAP's process automation. It's kind of SAP technical things which I'm
Got it.
doing actually. Huh.
Mhm.
Like when I try to search a job for specific, whatever whichever technology I'm working now, like those, like I'm not able to find a job in LinkedIn or in any other website specifically for those technologies. Okay, so in that case, how actually that is my
Yeah,
issue.
I can understand your problem. If you're not seeing the visibility of the jobs, then how will you be able to understand whether this is the right industry for you or right country for you, correct?
Hmm.
So yeah, in that case, this is the same thing which I told the first person. Try to do a, niche identification or an alternative job title analysis for you, wherein you can take our team's help, and they will figure out, as an RPA developer, what are your designation which are really vividant or really uh, absorbing a lot of jobs in Europe. It could be bot developer. With the latest AI, you're having those developers. Basically, they are integrating all the Chat GPT bots and Bing bots, etc., BART bots into your software. So that is one of the things. You have automation architect. You have RPA solution developer. You have robotic automation specialist. These are all non-linguistic requirement jobs. RPA analyst, automation programmer. Again, pretty vivid. Then you can also, if you, as you talked about, I think SAP, right? SAP automation.
Yeah.
So you talk about SAP automation specialist, SAP process engineer, SAP integration developer, SAP RPA developer. You could be like a both combination of SAP and RPA specialist. You need to first figure out those specific job. You cannot imagine a job in your mind or refer to your present designation in your company and start looking for it. It doesn't work. First figure out
Okay.
what is the job title that is been
Hmm.
called there. Like at home, I don't know what you call water, in your local language. Like in Hindi, we call it pani, and Tamil it is tani, and Kannada it is neer. Okay, you cannot go and
Hmm.
articulate the same thing in Europe and start saying that I need this. They will not understand it until unless you show them. But as soon as you know the terminology and you just
Hmm.
articulate it, you will get it in front of you. First thing before
Hmm.
wanting or before making any effort, do this analysis which I just showed you. Okay, that
Okay.
RCA analysis you do, and once you figure that out, then you will
Hmm.
know, oh my god, these are the skills associated to this, and I was working on different skills. These are the
Hmm.
terminology that the HR is looking for, and I was trying to every time in my resume trying to show different details. You
Hmm.
yourself will be clear. Okay,
Okay.
so your first task would be this, and then we will see whether a language is required, whether an upskilling is required. Then which country? Like I said, there are 44 countries, 26 Schengen countries. You cannot keep applying everywhere and not give any kind of solution to you. So you need to be
Hmm.
specific where you're going to apply and how you're going to apply. Okay, that has to be
Hmm.
very, very crystal. Okay. For example, there are 10,000 jobs applicants are there. Let me show you my screen, in fact, so that you guys can understand. Okay, is my screen visible, guys?
Yeah.
All right, super. So, hiring in Europe is actually a rejection funnel, guys. It's actually a rejection funnel. Everything boils down to rejection, rejection, rejection. Initially, wrong way. Okay, as you can see here, if there are 10,000 applicants for a given opportunity, 2,000 only beat the ATS. ATS is, everybody knows, applicant tracking system. It's a mechanics. It's a mechanism that is basically will take care of the formatting, your keywords, etc., and will boil down. And from there, so 80% of the rejection happened by ATS. Then 98% for the remaining rejection happened by the HR. You will ask, what is this HR thing? 7-second bombs. And I will show you right away, guys, to everybody. I would take 5 more minutes to answer this question, so just be patient on this. But this very, very crucial question that has come up. Okay, 98% are rejected by the HR. Why? Because they take only 7 seconds to review interview. If do you think you have made your resume in such a way that 7 seconds will convert into 20 minutes, which will convert into a call, which will convert into an interview, which will convert into an offer letter? Then, if yes, if you're confident, then you are on the right track. If you don't know how to convert this 7 seconds into 7 months, then how much ever you do, you will still fall into the rejection funnel and you will land down the drain. So from
Hmm.
here, 10,000, 2,000, from 2,000, 98% cutoff, have 40 people who get the interview call. From there, 67% are rejected during the interview phase, and then 13 survive, and out of the 1 or 2 are selected. Okay. So it is not getting a magic wand. Alok, give me one trick that will work here. There is no one trick that will work, guys, because
Hmm.
every phase is a rejection funnel. If I give you one trick here, you might fail here. If I give you one trick here, you might fail. If I give you one trick here, you might fail here. If I give you one trick for all, it may not be applicable for that particular job. It may be applicable for, let's say, automation tester, maybe not be for manual tester. Okay. It may be applicant for finance, not for an IT professional. So it has to be, again, mark my word, has to be a customized way ahead. If you are not doing custom, if you are not doing tailor-make approach, then you are just gonna just fall into this funnel with all excitement, and you will just go down and drain off. This will happen. Correct? This will happen, guys. And that's why I say always look for a job position So in that case, I'm just revealing one thing what you can do. Choose 10 to 15 companies, which I just explained the previous person also. Handpick them. See what are the top skills that job profile is requiring. Okay. Be prepared with the right skill sets even before the job is published. So once you are getting into the interview phase, okay, understand what the questions might be. Don't make a CV that everybody knows. Okay. Make changes. So CV formation, again, most of the people get involved into CV, and they blame their CV, they blame their cover letter. No, it cannot be. Understand one thing, guys. Let me unshare it once. Understand one thing. There is a party going on, or there is a venue, let's say marriage function going on. Okay. If the security guard tells you not to come inside the venue, it is not the fault of that invitation letter. Correct? The fault does not lie in the invitation letter. The fault lies that you were not in the invitee list. If you were in the invitee list, you may not even need that invitation letter to get in. If you are a brother or a cousin or the close friend of that groom or a bride, you will just walk in and come out, and the same security guard will just say hello, hi, and let you get in and out. But how much ever well groomed or well decorated say invitation card you bring, you say, no, look at this gold plated. If it does not have your name on the list, sorry, either you will be told very politely to move away, or you'll be forced to move out from there. Same thing applies in the job portals also. If you do not use the strategies to get in there, and you just blame your resume, and easy apply, nothing will happen. You can keep dedicating hundreds of hours, hundreds of arrows you can keep shooting, together and aiming for it, or take those hundreds of arrows, the one which I just showed you. Okay. So there are two ways of it, guys. Either you can just use hundreds of arrows to shoot on a, on a bullseye, or choose one arrow at a time using the strategies. The chances of one arrow at a time using the strategy and hitting the bullseye will be more than choosing 100 arrows together. So you need to take a decision. If you want to apply strategically, then that strategy will work. Strategies never fail. Process never fails. There is a process that will never fail. Okay. Now I wanted to talk to you about the 7.4 second, which is actually here I have spoken about, right? Resumes are rejected in 7 seconds. I want to give you a live example on this. Okay. So bear with me, guys. It's just going to take a few seconds more. Okay. A few minutes more. So this is my LinkedIn, guys. Those who haven't seen my LinkedIn, please go and connect with me. I don't know, most of you are aware about my, so I am a top career counseling voice as designated by LinkedIn itself. Okay, they have decorated me with this, so this has been an achievement my way, and I keep posting a lot of stuffs in the I'm pretty active. Okay, so today itself we have, every day you will see a post coming from the European perspective in my LinkedIn, so you guys can go and connect with me and be part of it. Anyways, so this is my LinkedIn profile. I'm just putting it here, so in case any of you wishes to connect with me, feel free to do so. Okay, just follow me around there. All right, so I wanted to show you there are two words, two universe of job search, guys. Okay, what are the two universe? One universe is of employees, one universe is of employer. Okay, this is employees universe, where you go to the jobs, you start looking for a job search. So you will type here, and guys, people who are logged up, I wish all of you are logged in with a laptop, so please do this exercise. Let's play a small game here. Okay, all of you type data analyst, for example, or any job. Let's say to be on the same concise, we'll type here data analyst. Okay, and we will type here Germany. I'm getting 1144, or just type here European. Just type here Germany and data analyst. How many jobs are you getting? I am getting 1144 results. Can we have a quick turnaround, or you can post it in the chat also how many you are getting? Yeah, we can take a minute, no problem. 482, Prachi. But you didn't put any filter, right, Prachi? 482. That's good. Who
Yeah,
else?
this is Yogesh. Yeah, I am not put any filter.
Yogesh, sorry. So 482. Anybody else? All right. So see, almost you'll see that you are getting different output, and different jobs are coming as the first preference. For example, in my case, I'm getting got 1103. Darshana got 1103. Yes. Why is it so? Why have I got 1144 and you are getting 1103 and somebody else got 400, somebody else got 600, somebody else got 800? Why is it so? Why is LinkedIn being partial to me and less partial to? Is it because I have fetched myself a batch? Is it that my vigilance is more? Is it that I'm a career mentor? Why is it that it is giving me more and less to you? Have you ever thought about it? It's ultimately a data tool, right? It should give one for everybody. Why is it making the discrepancies? Why is it discrimination is there? Have you ever thought about it? Well, it is because the algorithm, it is not a database tool, it's an algorithm based tool. Okay. Now, if this algorithm is judging based on who all are working professionals, who all are connected with you, and whether this job is relevant to you, relevancy and connection based, it will push those jobs up because it knows that you will need to do networking, you will need to do certain strategies in order to get a job here. Okay. Same thing if you go with the people. Okay. Instead of jobs, I chose people. I will see these people coming on top. Why? Again, because they are connected with my first connections. They are either a second or first connection, so it is putting on top. Third, they are working in my companies or they have had some connection with me in the earlier. So see, the ones on top are always having multiple people. If I see go down and I see the 100th page, if I go, I will start seeing that there are people who are having no connection, but they may be relevant. But because they don't have any connections, they are put on the last domain. So LinkedIn judges based on this and then makes it relevant. So if you want to be on top of the game, then you need to follow certain algorithm so that whenever the employer searches for you, you are there. Now I will show you from the employer's perspective. What I showed you was the universe of the employee. Now I will show you from the employer's perspective. So if I go here, okay, and I choose job section itself, I had recently posted a job, if I'm not wrong, for Aurolingua. It was for human resource. Let me just see. We don't want to post a new job. Manage my jobs. Okay. So we had recently posted this job for human resource. Okay. We were hiring for human resource HRA, and for that person we had posted. So let me click on it. So there were 228 people viewed and so many people applied. So let me see out of 39 applicants that we got, what are the variations of those applicants? You see so many people here. Ayushi Arora, Neha, Rohini, Roshali, Supa, Aditya. These people are the applicants who have applied for the job for Aurolingua, okay, which has been closed a month ago. Now, coming back to what I just showed you, the 7 seconds thing, just remember back what I just showed you, the 7 seconds, correct? Let us try to keep in mind and do this, how an employer takes 7 seconds. For example, I'm an employer, I got Ayushi's resume in front of me from the LinkedIn. I will spend 2 seconds to view this part. Okay, I see she's a talent acquisition coordinator. I don't need a talent acquisition because I'm looking for a HR. So she's a reject from here. Let me anyway look one more view. So I come and see the experience part of it. I give 2 seconds here in the experience part and on the topmost thing. 2 seconds. I say, okay, it's fair enough. Then I try to see the resume. Okay. So for resume, normally you just need to click here in order for it to refresh and the resume will pop up. There the resume came up. Just the summary level it will give you, not the entire resume. I see the summary is very badly written. Nothing. I don't see any quantification. I don't see what's the number of experience. I don't see whether she's looking for which domain specialist. So I am not very convinced with this person's candidature. So what will I do? I will just go and put it either or a not a fit. If I put a maybe or not a fit, you see automatically, if I choose not a fit, automatically there will be a mail which will be formatted. If I say reject, just see what will happen. Tuck, there is a mail which is formatted automatically. Thanks for your interest in the human resource training consultant position at Aurolingua Career in India. Unfortunately, we will not be moving forward with your application, but we appreciate your time and interest in the Aurolingua Career. I have not even drafted it. I have no emotions behind it. I just took that 7 seconds, click, and I can send that email. I don't want to send that email. I don't want to be harsh on her. It's okay. I will put her in as a email, as a maybe kind of thing. Okay. So I can choose, and I can just send her a message. So see, automatically a message also will be drafted. So see, we have already got a discussions here. So we are already on the conversation. Okay. So you can play this, and suppose I want to get in touch with her, then I just go to more and I will have all her details. I'll have her email ID. I will have a phone number. LinkedIn will provide it to me. And then I can go ahead and start opening her profile. So I want to see her full profile. I will click on her full profile and the full profile will open right up here. Okay. And then I can see her profile. Okay. Now I get to see her pic. I get to see her banner. More details. I get to see who she's connected with. I get to see her about details. I get to see her activities. I get to see her experience in depth. I get to see so many more things. But the LinkedIn initially has not found all those things valuable and only showed me the most important things that an HR needs to see. Okay. Now let's see the other person. Let's say I go to, let's say this person, Kangan Sood. Okay. I'll spend 2 seconds here. Understanding she's an HR director at Ericsson. Okay, sounds good. Language trainer, good, a benefit for me that she's also a language trainer. Now let us see here. I spent 2 seconds here that she's a language trainer, Alliance Français, B2 level. Nothing much has been told here. I don't get to see her resume, so for that I may need to refresh. Okay, 4 seconds gone, 3 seconds left with me, and I get to see her resume, the summary level here. And I see that it's very badly written summary, very badly. I don't see any kind of accomplishment, nothing, just the details, which I can anyway find in the more section. So there's nothing specific on this. So there is not a substantial thing that I would kind of immediately boil down. So it would urge me to go and look for other candidates who are a better, for example, this person. Okay. Let me just try to go for good candidate that would be there. Okay. Let's say Anusha. Okay. Anusha, I see that she has written a good LinkedIn profile section here, and I see that she has designated in each and everything here. She's tried to put more details in depth into what her candidature is, etc. And when I come to her resume also, I would see that she has done a good job, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So if the resume pops up, there you go. See the professional summary here. It at least gives me, yes, no quantification yet, but at least it gives me a good view of what she is, where she's coming from, what are the skills that she would have. And definitely I would mark as a good fit. And then in this way, I would want to kind of send her the message automatically that let's connect. So see, automatically a message has been given. Still, I have not boiled down to her, but then at least it will help me make a good pipeline of who I should select from, who I should not select from. That pipeline which I showed you guys, right? This funnel, you see now how in the practical reason how it is activating now the funnel system, and this is exactly what will happen. And guys, to prove my point right, I just showed you practically it takes 7 seconds. And let me give you one more example that there was a study, okay? There was a study of ladder. Just take this, I think I have the ladder study somewhere. Yeah, here. Let me take this thing and I'll show it to you that this study also proved the same thing what I just showed you. Go here. This was an eye tracking study by Ladders in 2018-2023, wherein they also came to the conclusion that it takes 7.4 seconds for anybody to figure out any HR. So they had put their scanners in the eyes of multiple thousands of interviewers and gave them 1,000 resume each to through. And they noticed that every time they were going through a certain pattern. Most of them, for example, this pattern, most of them were looking more emphasis towards the designation name, summary, and then making less emphasis on the rest of the bullet points. What we do on the other hand, we try to make our resume 3 pages, 4 pages. Nobody gives a damn because they are done. You saw how LinkedIn also was only showcasing only the top portion of the resume. That's it. It was not even showcasing the left. Until unless I do that, for example, here I go to Arpita Koti, okay, and she has not even put a resume. Let's say Rupam Kumar, okay. See, LinkedIn is only showing me the top portion. It is not going and showing me the end. The same thing even they figured out, that only the top portion is looked by the resume reader or the hiring manager. Rest of the trails, if they find this interesting, then they will go. If they find this interesting, then they will go ahead. So few more examples, as you can see. Most of these dots, what you see, are the eye scanners that have gone through, and they saw that this is the places that they're giving the maximum attention, and these are the places that they're just going vertically through. Like you read a book, you see the on top, and then you read sometimes vertical, sometimes horizontal. So this is how they read the resumes. Okay, so this is the studies which has proven. So if you continue to be past rejection model that we have shown here, okay, then you will certainly fall, drain down, and move away. So this what I just showed you is only one system, that is the ATS system. I have not even touched about the other parameters that we are doing, like for example, your candidature study, your skill enhancement, your interview skills, your networking skills, your linguistic skills. There's so many things that will come into picture. So yes, if you are ready to take all of them throughout this 8-week journey, and then you think, yes, this will kind of help me, I can invest my time and energy into this, then only I would suggest that you join us. But if you're thinking that going to be turning the page and think, even if you do a hand holding, you will need to absorb it, right? If you are just a small glass or a cup and I want to pour a jug full of water inside you, you will not be able to absorb it. So that is very much required. All right, I think it went a little long, this answer, but I hope this was useful for all of you in general. Okay, great. So who was it? Ajit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Ajit
Done,
is
right?
done.
So, yeah, so go
Yeah.
ahead,
Yeah,
Ajit,
like,
work on this and connect with us later on, Ajit. Okay, I think I spent a lot of time.
yes, sir.
I'm sure that it would have given some more perspective to everybody. The practicals are very much important to see how things are. Theoretical, everybody can talk. 8 years is this, 7 seconds, but practically to understand, you will understand why it is important, where the rejections are coming. I showed you how the rejections mail go. There is no emotions behind by sending a rejection mail. There is nothing like, okay, I hate this person or this person is terrible. So you also should not perceive a rejection as a hard hit, finish mode. It is just a rejection mail. That's it. You will go ahead to the other one, taking a learning from this, and this is what we will do. We will customize it with you. All right, let's move to the next. Otherwise, I can keep talking. I have a hard stop meeting also soon. So, hi Manish, how are you?
Yeah, good. Good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning. How are you doing?
I'm going good. My
Yeah,
question
tell
is
me.
like, my age is 53 running.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
26 of years of experience I have, and just recently I've come back from Congo, Africa. DR Congo, I worked for 7 years. So I
Wow.
know quite a good about language about French. I have studied
Oh, tu
also.
parles français? Tu parles français assez bien?
Yes, we
Et au Congo, ils parlent français ou ils parlent anglais?
no France.
Very good.
Everything is
Nice.
in everything is in French only. Only Swahili in some part of it, where
I know.
our Swahili and Lingala. So I know quite a good thing I learned. So my question is like, one is the age factor, and my more I have studied all, I have searched also a lot of administrative related jobs, like how you have searched just now about the designation. So I would prefer more into the administrative than HR, even though I have done my
Hmm.
master's in HR. My more roles were into administrative. So HR, even though I was designated, but not apart from recruitment or induction orientation, nothing was done much apart from there. So I would prefer administrative affairs to target.
Got it. Got it. So for administrative affairs, best place is Belgium, like I told you, Brussels, Belgium, Luxembourg.
Right.
They speak French also there. However, I would say that initially, do not take the administrative roles, people manager roles. Try to avoid
Right.
them. Take it after 8 to 9 months, not
Okay.
initially months.
Understand.
The reason is that you need to understand the demographic. Europe is very different from Africa. Though Africa is connecting from Spain down upwards, correct? If you see, you
Right.
can actually walk down to Europe from Africa, coming to Spain, entering to Portugal, and you can walk down. There are a lot of immigration that happen there, correct?
Gibraltar, Morocco.
Exactly. And you can immediately make out. I was there, the border of Africa and Spain. Once you're standing there, you can easily make out this is Africa and this is Spain. The structure of the building, the plantation, the roads, everything will be
Yes.
completely different. It's like hard stop, like building to this building, absolutely different.
Right.
That's the beauty of it. So, though I don't like too much Spain, I don't know, it's too hot always there, but I find beauty is there. You need to understand that what you want to do. Age a factor right now. Lucky for you, all doors are closed everywhere. Canada, Australia, age-wise. Europe has still not got any kind of age factor hard stop for you.
That is.
That's the best. So make hay while the sun shines, I would say. You're still
Right.
sitting on a time bomb. The more you think, the more you ponder, you will only be converting yourself as a liability in the eyes of the recruiter. So try to take action and try to move there as soon as possible. There are a lot of roles. They are looking for senior level roles. There are going to be a lot of a vacuum created by the senior level in the 2014. A lot of people are getting ready. There's no population to refill it. So they want to have a lot of senior management people to come and fill their jobs also. Again, provided you are the right fit. They will not compromise with the right fit. Okay. So certainly
Right.
that is both your questions which I have answered are pretty positive in your phrase. But again, you may not get those many opportunities. See, I'm being very transparent to you. You may not get those many opportunities as somebody with the age of 40, 42 or 30, 26. You may not get because they are being looked as an asset to the team.
Right.
But you will need to look at the right opportunities. If you figure out the right opportunity with the right, then you are the right fit to that position, I would say.
Right.
So this is how we will proceed ahead. We will figure out which is the location, which is the right designation for you, and then we can take
Right.
it forward. In my academy, we have had people with 58, 59 also having got a job. So they are all there. Just now, Vasu, in the aspiration to find jobs in Europe, his mother passed away, poor fellow, just
Oh.
few days back, and now he's in Dubai. He just migrated everything to Dubai, the strategy to Dubai, and now he's sitting there. I shall be posting his testimonial few days back. Later, I will just post his testimonial also. So
Right.
those are happening. Age is not a restriction to you guys. And from Dubai is to get into Europe, much easier.
Right. Right.
The visas, everything is very easy for you guys.
Right.
Okay, Manish?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
All right. Stay in
And
touch. I
yes.
think
Yeah.
Karan or Naf, they will help you. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So Shreyas, Shreyas, if you could put on your video,
Hi.
it would be great.
Yeah, video.
If you could, yeah. Hi, Shreyas.
Okay. So, hi, Alok. Good morning.
Just a second. So Manish, I hope I
Uh,
answered your question, right? Just
yeah.
1 second. Huh?
My name is Shreyas Gaikwad, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes, go
understood
ahead.
the narration what you explained. Thank you. Then.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Shreyas.
think you're finished for me, but audible.
Yes, you are audible.
All right.
Go ahead.
So currently I'm working. I'm working in India only. And working in FIS Global. And I have 3 years of experience in IT field. I'm quality assurance engineer here as a working as a quality assurance engineer, and I'm looking for the jobs in Europe. Most of the things that
Okay.
you had in this call, I'm cleared for things. But my main question right now is, if we considering to work in Europe as a whole. I have selected few countries to work in, but my question to you is, how should we select those countries based on criteria
Okay,
where we
your
want to
voice is
work?
kind of broke off in between. But to answer
Hello,
you,
am I audible?
you're audible, but am I audible?
Yes, you are. I think there's some network Okay. issue from Shreyas and
Okay. So I am audible. There's no issue from my
You
end.
are, yes,
Yeah,
yes, you are.
you're audible.
Issue from my end. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah, you
That's
are
okay.
audible to me.
So,
Yeah.
so let me tell you one
I,
thing.
I'll
Yeah,
repeat
yeah.
my question.
No, no, I got your question. I got your
Yeah.
question. I had heard your question. But how can I make the selection to the
Okay,
right country? Correct.
okay,
That was a major
fine then. Yeah.
concern. Correct. So see, you should never make a select. Anyway, you have in your mind any country that you're looking forward to go?
Hmm.
Any
Correct,
specific
correct.
country? Which country is this?
Second is Sweden, uh,
Hmm?
Netherlands, Sweden, and third is Germany. So these three countries I'll try to apply.
And on what basis have you done this
Then
selection?
I had common. Yeah.
You're gone. Okay. So that's the
Uh,
best way to do that. If you
Research
have gone
based
there, if you
on
are looked,
first thing is the availability of from. Yeah, you are saying some.
no, no, yeah. So when you did the research,
Hello.
so absolutely you need to do in the based on the availability of the job, number one.
Hmm.
Okay. Number two, whether are they hiring Indians or not? That is very important. If you're looking in a company which is going to dilute suddenly, they're going to migrate, they're going to mitigate their company's staff to some other country, they're going to merge with some other country. You might see very fine blossoming positions coming up there with attractive salaries. But once you join, only you will come to know, my God, where have I landed? It looks like nightmare, because now where will I go? They're going to dilute in a couple of months. Company research is very important. Okay. So do not go with the psychology, oh, my friend has gone, or my boss is telling, or some people in the YouTube I saw is this. No. When you join Aurolingua, the week one, entire week is spent sitting with you and finding out which location among the 44 country, which designation among the 20 designation that we will provide you, and which skill set. These three things will be crystal clear. So, once you have those three dots pointed in the space, what comes out of it? A straight line. If you have one dot, then you can draw a line in any direction, right? Any direction it can go. But if you have two or more dots, the line will be absolutely crystal clear reaching towards your goal. So that week one, what we will do, we will work on these parameters. Who you are, what is your corporate avatar, what are the skill sets, specifically whether you have it or you need to upskill it. Number three, which country that you will need to go. That will be taken care of
Okay.
by the team. Okay. So it is a very dynamic session, right? It's not something that we literally we sit down, we because it's your career which is in front. We cannot just give you a small course and then tell you to do it. It doesn't work that way. You have to be handheld. You have to be questioned. I'll have to be very strict. I'll have to be. My team will be questioning with you to and fro, to and fro. Even when we are drafting the resume, your resume can never be replicated by anybody else, because it will be only depicting you exactly. Many agency, what they do, they take up a format, they take up your content from ChatGPT, put it there and give it to you. Boom. And you'll be very happy saying that, wow, I didn't have to make a single effort in my hand, and now this is the resume I will use. You will not realize, but the employer will realize that this resume is repeated. Just like what is that famous sweet that you have in India now, which nobody likes? Son papdi. You know that?
Okay. Hmm. Yes,
Which is
yes,
given
yes.
across all the festivals, rotated from
All
house
the
to
festivals,
house.
right? Right.
House
Yes.
to house. Nobody eats it. You will not know that you are repeating this to that person, but that person will know, because he would have done it the same way to somebody else. So the
Correct.
resume
Correct.
that you will give to your employer, being proud, what a beautiful, it has the graphics, it has infographic information, it has my image, fantastic. And the same kind of resume that agency would have got for some other people also. And that resume reader who is there, employer, he will know, because his job is to look at that particular position.
Correct.
So you will be caught red-handed. There are agencies who charge 1,000 rupees to draft a resume to 1 rupees to draft a resume. You know what's the difference between them both? The difference is that the guy who's charging 1 lakh is actually making you work more. The guy who's charging you only 1,000, he's telling you, sir, you relax. I will give you mailbox. Within 1 hour, it will come. and you'll be super happy for their expertise. No, it's the other one who's more expertise because he is customizing, he's wanting your input. Please tell me, in this year, what are the achievement you did? In this year, what project you work upon? Did you have an accomplishment rate? Were you able to deliver this? What is the CAR statement? Challenge, action, result. What is the STAR statement? Where is the accomplishment? And that when they will write down, immediately it will be a unique resume, and that will be kind of popping up into the eyes of the resume reader. Okay. And that's why I keep saying here, for example, if you see what I have just showed you here also, okay, differentiate yourself from others. The companies are hiring because they could not find someone with the specialist that you possess. Okay, try and show to be outstanding, different and unique. Remember, many Europeans are also applying for the same position as you. So always ask this question, why you? So differentiate yourself from the rest. This is very, very, very important. You see an image of a dog standing there that I just exaggerated, but ultimately this is what you need to kind of work upon. Then only you will get this kind of benefits, right, which I'm showing you here. If you want the benefit, you cannot be, again, there is a saying in English, right? Everything sweet that you gobble out, everything bitter that you spit it out. It cannot. If you want diversity, if you want, various appreciations, everything what is there, then you need to be different. You need to be unique. You need to have a different approach. So that we will cover up together. Okay. So yes, we have a lot of things here. How the hierarchy looks like, how the professional life behaviors looks like, what are they looking for. Employee retention is very great out there. How do they break the conversation, how to break the conversation, how the dressing done there. All those things are there that we had spoken. Okay, notice period is from 4 to 7 months, but one step at a time. Okay, you cannot dream about the end and keep on limbering at the beginning. You need to be strong. Your base has to be strong. All right, Shreyas?
Right. Yes, yes. All right.
So I think we will discuss more in depth once you are connected. Then it will be an easier discussion. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Super.
All right.
So I think we can go with Darshana.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, thank you, Shreyas. Hello, Darshana.
Hi. Hi, Alok. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yes, yes.
So I think it was just a couple back when I connected to Manaf, and
Lovely.
he gave me a lot of good insights.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
This session itself cleared a lot of things for me. So I'll tell you a little bit background. I'm a software developer with 8 years of experience working at Morgan Stanley.
Mhm.
And I want to switch into some investment bank or maybe some HFTs or I don't know, hedge funds kind of companies. And I'm already in Europe. I'm in Hungary,
Wow,
in Budapest, and
Budapest.
I'm
So you must be
having
having a day off. Day before yesterday was a off, right? Holiday?
no, not in Hungary, not in Hungary.
Not in Hungary. Oh, okay, okay. We were all
Yeah,
in holidays. Yes, yeah, no worries.
yeah. And I already have a Hungary PR as well.
Wow.
So, but then I'm like looking to like it's been 5.5 years I'm here now. But I'm looking to switch to a different country, let's say Germany or Switzerland or Luxembourg for that matter, and UK as well. I'm considering that. The technologies that I'm working on are pretty niche, I would say, and they're more specific to these companies that I just mentioned, that is banks or financial domain, I would say, altogether. I mean,
Mhm.
there are other sectors as well, but then I want to be into finance itself.
Got
But
it.
then I'm still
So
finding it
once you move
difficult
to
to
Hungary,
switch the
you
country.
moved to an IJP? Did you move to an IJP or how did you reach there?
It was a direct uh, recruitment.
Okay.
So I
So
was
how did
working
it go?
in another
You applied
company.
for a company? You applied for a company and then they hired you?
I was working in a different company in Mumbai, and I think no, I just got a call from Morgan Stanley here. Maybe they might have saw my LinkedIn profile and they connected with me, and then that's how the
Mm.
thing went on. And I just got to crack the interview and then I'm here.
Ah, I have your resume. I had the KDP developer in Morgan Stanley, September 2018 to current, correct?
2018, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Nice, nice, nice. So I think your resume, what I'm seeing is too much over femboid, 85%, 70%, 95%. You need to soften this down because this is literally hitting on the face of the recruiter that, wow, it's like you are the one who has done everything. It has to be slightly on the lower edge. From the resume
Okay.
perspective, it has changed. Your technical knowledge is not coming out clear. Your technical knowledge, your soft skills, your languages are something which can be enhanced. Okay. Did you pick
Mhm.
up any Norwegian language? Sorry, any Polish language or something? Did you pick up there meanwhile?
No, not really.
All right. Because believe me, I'll tell you one thing. I should not be saying this. The Polish folks are absolutely not very friendly in terms of sharing knowledge. They are very competitive.
Hungarian, I think. You mean?
Hungarians. They
Yeah.
are both very
They
competitive.
are definitely.
They do not like to share knowledge. They
In
always
general,
want
they're rude as well, I would say.
rude because that is in the nature. They have been bullied all the while in Europe. So, so
Okay.
yes, they are very skeptical. But if you want to grow, then you will need to switch the country.
So
You will need to.
yeah, that's where I'm like, getting stuck because most of the times when I'm applying, either I'm getting so there were a couple of instances when I applied, I got through a couple of rounds as well, and then I get a reply that this position has been frozen. That was one thing. From Switzerland, I think the only first thing that they ask is, do you have EU passport?
Switzerland, you can
And
forget. Don't even think about Switzerland right now. Why? I'll tell you. Switzerland is absolutely the Mecca for you. I mean, it is the go-to place for you. Okay, let me share my screen and show you. Switzerland is actually the best place that you can go for. But again, I'll tell you, Switzerland has a lot of niche resources, people
uh-huh,
who have a great linguistic capabilities. Because here are related to insurance, reinsurance, finance,
yeah,
etc. So they definitely drill you down in order to understand whether you're capable. And for that, you will need to first work on the softer countries such as Germany, France, Luxembourg, like you rightly said, and then move to Switzerland. And if you directly move here, you will be grilled, and after 2 months, they will start putting you on a PIP, etc. It will be a problematic thing for you.
okay.
So do not immediately look for Switzerland. Work on the vicinity countries, and then gradually, maybe Hamburg, maybe Stuttgart, and then from here you can move down to Switzerland. Okay, this is how you need to move. Even Munich
Okay.
would be a great place. Austria also could be a great place for you to kind of mitigate and then move. Second thing,
But
yeah, tell.
so so the kind of roles, for example, KDB, I'm not sure if that is the technology that you have even heard of. So
Hmm.
it's more used for like time series data processing, and it's like more used in just financial domains. I wouldn't say even like all the financial companies use that. No, it's not even that. There are many, uh, these companies, for example, that work with actual trading data or the stock market data
Correct, correct.
is
Stock
something that
market.
they use. So it is actually getting difficult for me to actually state or even find these companies that which ones are there in which countries. I do see a lot of them in UK,
Hmm.
but Germany, yes, I did get two of like there were two companies that I gave interviews in Germany, and from them I got this reply that okay, this position has been frozen after two
So,
rounds of interview that I already cleared.
so I
So
would say that you need to be first of all little bit broader in terms of your showcasing the skill sets. If you narrow
okay.
down your skill set, it'll be quite tough for you because when if you look at your resume, okay, the skills that are mentioned here, okay, are
Mm-hmm.
too narrow down. You're talking about KDB, etc., which is good, but then it's not only about that. You can add on more and more skill set which will be relatable to the employer. Okay, Then they
Okay.
will start to relate to it. If you have specific skills which are noted down here, it will be a lot of, you are again putting yourself in a funnel mode. So let's sit down, let's work on that, because this is what I wanted to show you first. Okay, so your resume statements, you have put a lot of resume statements such as 70%, 80%, 95%. If once I sit down and ask you, can you, Darshana, please elaborate to me how you got this 95% impressive reduction in system disruptions. Can you please tell me, narrate to me how you managed to do this?
But these were more like manual systems, and then once automated, obviously it is definitely going
Whatever
to.
it may be, whatever it may be, you have written it down, right?
Yeah.
Are you able to justify them? Because you have just mentioned those numbers. If they catch you red-handed, if they ask you for elaborating it, you will be peeled like an onion. How an onion is peeled? Layer after layer after layer, and inside is hollow. So this is what will come out of your resume. I'm seeing a
Okay.
lot of promising numbers here, and I want to hire this girl. Okay, please bring her on to the other side of the table. I want to interview you. Okay, Darshana, go ahead and please tell me in this. And then you say, no, I mean this. No, I mean that. No, what I wanted to say is this. And why is it at all there in your resume?
Okay. Understood.
What you did is not wrong. Again, what you did is because of half knowledge, and half knowledge is very dangerous. Unknowingly you have done the right thing, but you are not able to justify it because you don't know the knowledge. I will tell you what you have done. See, this great thing what you have done here, but to reach to that, you need to have something called a CAR statement: challenge,
Okay.
action, and result. You know what
Yeah.
is this action? Have you heard about kappa analysis, corrective and preventive measures? Okay, analysis. So every statement has to be backed by something called a challenge statement, what you did to overcome that, and what result you achieved there. And then that should show, okay, I did this. If they ask you tomorrow, Krishna, can you tell me? So of course I can tell you. That should be the confidence. Can I take 2 minutes to narrate to you? This is the confidence you should tell the person. I would like to give you the synopsis what I did on 2023 Q4, wherein we were facing this challenge. Blah blah blah. You will keep talking about the challenge, that this was the issue, and I was not able to execute this. The team was going under the drench. We were not able to satisfy the clients. And then we sat with the team, and then boom, we gradually moved to the action item. I sat with the corrective measure, we did the preventive measure, we brought into the table all the solutions where we were having the backlog. We looked into the specifications, if we could work on the pending enhancements, etc. And then you move to the result, that having implemented that within the span of 2 months, I executed this thing,
Okay.
70% enhancement. I executed 70% operational efficiency. Again, do not put only 70%, put some numbers. Percentage can be increasing from 1 closure to 2 closure is also 100% improvement, or
Yeah.
100 to 200 is also 100% improvement. Which is more valuable? Put the numbers also. So
Right.
this exercise, when you will do, you have to understand why a certain thing is there, and this will help you. And
So I
then we
curate
will
my
do.
sentences as per CAR.
It's not only curation, it's not copywriting, it's not curation, it's something called, you once you sit down, once you will work with the analyst, okay, in the team along with me, you will understand how it is. This is just an example that I'm giving you. And
Yeah.
secondly, you will be working on the frequency, which we already told you. Each
Yeah.
of the skills, or the frequency, and what is the score that you're giving. After that, you, in your case, we have to work a lot on the interview sections. Why you're getting so many rejections? Because you see what is written here. Men are significantly more comfortable negotiating salary than women. Okay, this is a fact. So whatever it may be, even if you're moving out, there are certain things that you are doing wrong. I can figure out by just talking to you, but I don't want to give my generalized comment to you. It has
Yeah.
to go in a very quantified way to you. Okay, so that you understand that why am I saying what am I saying. In your case, lot of work will go into managing those 6 rounds of interview, because you are sitting there. You should be having a job in your hand within a month or two. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to survive that zone there. It's not the jobs are not lacking there. It's just that you are at the wrong place at the wrong time. You have to move at the right place at the right time. That's it. The jobs are all there. If you stand under the mango tree during the winter and expect the ripe mangoes to come overhead, it's not. You're at the right place at the wrong time. Simple as that. Just move, drift yourself, and then you will see the same thing. That's only called blue ocean to red ocean strategy to blue ocean strategy, correct? Moving from stagnant market to non-stagnant market. So you cannot blame the market for it. Oh, they are rejecting me. Oh, they are doing this. Oh, they are wrong. No, your approach is not right as of now.
Okay.
You have to work on certain things. Okay. So once again, when they give you the job offers, it's not only the money that matters, guys. Okay, you appreciate. It's not the base pay. It could also work on vacation, insurance, stock option, equity. Everything will be combined together. That because believe me, I'll tell you, we HRs don't have much hold on base pay. Every company is structured. They will allocate this much money, means this much money. We cannot have that. It's not like India. You know how India works? India works on this bell curve mode. Every manager is allocated a budget of this, but they always end up giving the lower edge. They don't come only to this. Okay. So poor performance like right now, this average performance, high performance. Same thing even during the they will try to give you the bracket, lower end of the bracket. If you negotiate more, then they will try to come in the middle. If you negotiate even more, they will come here. They will never give you the top performance thing. But there are ways to negotiate that. Salary strategy discussion should not happen only at the salary discussion time. It should happen right from the beginning, application stage to interview stage to salary stage. Because what happens, the HRs will be very clever. They will never talk about the salary thing here. Oh, doesn't matter. We will talk it later. First, let's have this round. Let's have that round. Let's finish the case study. They will make you spend your into investing in them. Interviews will happen. And then during the salary phase round, once you say, no, but I wanted this. But why didn't you tell us before? We have spent so much time with you, and now you are telling us this. Why weren't we clear about it before that you needed a work from home? Why didn't you tell us before that you wanted, insurance option, work from home, relocation, all these things? So always from the beginning, do not be ashamed. Start saying, this is my expectance, this is my expectation, expectations, and this is what I'm looking forward to, and this is what my things are. Simple. Take it as a trade. Do not try to impress anybody. The HRs, they are dealing with thousands of people. If the hiring manager go ahead to you to say Darshana is the person I want to hire, or Nishant is the person I want to hire, no hiring manager can do anything. They want you. They have already made up your mind. You just go and discuss this out. Simple. Okay. So even let's say in Indian market, if you're getting 16 lakhs in the lower bracket, and suddenly you negotiate and start getting 34 lakhs, I think you can do a much better lifestyle with the 70% increase, right? Is it not so?
Of course.
So because you are boiling down to this is because of the cost of your inaction. What is cost of inaction? I will give you a graph which will be surprising you, all of you. Okay. This is cost of your inaction, guys. So if this is your age and this is what you are not earning, then you are at the wrong platform, at the wrong company with the wrong salary. Because your age group is actually making this kind of money. In India, I'm talking about. Okay. This is not visible in India. Why? Because they always tell you not to discuss the salary with anybody, and they always give you this lower bracket of the salary. Okay. In Europe, it is not the case. If the age is there, your deviation will not be so much. The deviation will be somewhere from 5 to 10% only. That's it. So this is the thing. So this you should be very crystal about your salary.
I feel good about myself now.
So this is how people got the offer. You see, 70K, 80K. This is the offer letter which we have put forth. How people got the offer. This is how we do the calculation.
I definitely did some market survey as well on the salary that I should be getting, and it's actually below par. So I definitely wanted to.
This guy was boiling down to 70K. We pushed him, no, don't take the offer. Somehow he reached 84K. We were still climbing on to adamant to taking 95K. But he said, no, Alok, this is far beyond my expectation. I want to take it. I said, okay, take it. Now this guy is sitting in Sweden. So this is how much you want, how much you're adamant, how would you like to take it further. Then we do a proper analysis on your income tax, how much will you take home. We do a proper analysis, when the offer letter comes. We help you in each stage how to go about that. It's less about resume. And I'm telling you, most of the folks are concentrated so much on resume. It's not that. It's the after effects that people are more concerned. It's the human factor. How do you do that will get you the job, not the resumes. Visa sponsored jobs are there all across, as you can see. But how do you fetch them? That matters. Okay, these are all your jobs, as you can see: relocation, visa sponsor. That means
Yes,
if
so
they're lying for
how
1
do I
month,
even find out that these are the, I mean,
simple.
find these jobs basically? I mean,
So we
visa
have a
sponsor.
database. We have a database, from there we get it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So these are all there, and this is how we provide a database to our mentees. You see, like you are in the finance at JP Morgan,
Yeah.
Frankfurt, Amsterdam, Switzerland. So this is how we always go find those jobs, and we give it to the people before they're published to the common people, and then
Oh,
they make it here. And these are part of the 99% of the economy, that SMEs.
okay.
Yeah.
And
And this
is
is
it,
how we go.
mhm. And
Tell me.
is it possible that I can maybe switch to, so I'm already at an associate level now.
Mhm.
I would like to switch to AVP or VP level in my next job role. Is it possible that I can go to that level, or should I even like,
VP and AVP level, I would say not yet. You are not yet ready for that level. In India, yes, you can be, but in Europe, I
okay,
would not suggest you that go right now. I don't want to be giving you high hopes.
hmm,
I don't see you yet ready there right now.
okay,
You would require at least 8 to 9 months in order to go at a senior manager role. And then, first of all, this role doesn't exist like a AVP, VP, senior manager, lower manager. It only is Asian roles, these are American roles. In Europe, it's a flat organization. SMEs are flat organizations. You don't grow like this. You grow like this, and then once you have covered the entire, boom, you become the country head there. This is how one grows. Okay,
okay,
you cover the entire region, then you become the regional head. This is how the European SMEs grow, and that's better. You will never lose your job once you grow there. Here, if you keep climbing like this, you see the whole building is shaky. If something happens, you are the first to cut off the head. There, because you are managing entire, so the whole dependency is on you. the, the point of a pyramid is the safest as compared to the point of a prism or the straight building which is there. Correct? So you need to approach that methodology. All right.
okay.
So I think,
Just
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, can I have just one more question?
All right, let's make
So,
it quick.
since I already have Hungary PR, how does it work? Is it like given more preference over other candidates? I
Yeah,
just
you would
want
be
to,
getting more preference. Exactly. You are already
okay.
there, so your preference level will be much more, definitely.
I just have to get into that market basically. Maybe I'm
Yes.
targeting
So
that
see, from the
1%.
visa perspective, you will not have any issue as compared to the rest. Your main focus would be with us to find the job. That's it.
Right, right.
That's what we do.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So I have a hard stop in another 5 minutes. We can take one more question, one more person. I think Nishant, we can take you, and then I'm so sorry, guys. I had already 15 minutes overdue my time zone. So yeah, we
I
can.
think we have
All right.
covered everyone. Shreyas,
Oh, we
Gaurav,
have covered
yeah.
Nishant as well. Nishant.
No, not Nishant.
No, no.
All right. So good, 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 good. Lovely. Hi,
Hi,
Nishant.
Alok. Hi, Alok. First of all,
Hello,
thank you
hello.
for this session. Clear many doubts, many questions it's covered.
See, the ultimate role of this session is not to at all at the end of a session put some screen that enroll now, blah blah blah. I don't believe in all that, guys. Nothing. The end result of this session is basically so that you go back home clear that yes, is Europe market for me or not. You would have seen when I was talking the entire thing, I was giving you a lot of negative perspective about Europe than positive. Lot
Yes.
of realities which I was giving you guys so that you make up your mind. It is a beautiful life out there, prospering career, but the hard work that you will need to give to me if you want to work with has to be there. At least half an hour every day I would be requiring from your time. If you can dedicate that for the next 2 months, then more than glad to collaborate, handshake, and move ahead. But if you think no, there is some different priority right now, maybe festivals, maybe something after the summer vacation, this, then finish that off, and then let's collaborate together and move ahead.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we put our effort, energy, resource, expertise, then we will be 120%. And we want to reciprocate the same from you guys also. All right. And that's why such a valuable one-on-one that you guys are having with the team. There is no other program in the entire world that I have seen with this kind of structure, hand holding the umbrella consisting of everything from language to customization of a resume to your candidature, interviews, searching the jobs on your behalf, applying on your behalf, working on with you, having one-on-ones, you name it, you have it. Everything that is required for that. We don't do all the jazzy things such as personality development, communication skills. You don't need that here. Okay, if you want to add those tags, I can just hire a couple of personality development guys and I would flourish that, but it's no use. Whatever is no use, we do not add on to those are redundancy to Aurolingua. We only put here things which are really necessary for you to grow from this level to that level. But your effort is required. You cannot go into the hibernation mode and come back after, oh, it didn't work. It will not work because you are not available there.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good?
my question, yeah, sounds good. My question is related to the work culture actually. That what kind of work culture is there? Because I worked in Saudi. Okay, so in the starting they said that okay, it's our working job, and then but with the time it's become from 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 13, 14 hours, and without OT and nothing. So I have a little bit question about that also. That what kind of work culture is European
Yeah,
countries?
makes sense. Just let me open that slide for you so that I can take you through that. It's a very important question because work culture is something that you will be required to know because you are investing in a place which is really great, especially for the work culture. Okay, so let me share my screen and I'll show you guys. If you see here, this pyramid you already must be acquainted of, right? I had shown it in my webinar, all of you. Basically, this shows why the rejections are happening, which stage, and what you are doing wrong. Instead of looking in the direction of an employer, you are looking in an opposite direction. And that's why by the time you and employer meet at a common point, it's already 2 to 3 months elapsed. And that time the job is already gone away. Okay. So that's the thing. Now coming to the work culture, there are a lot of beautiful things. So for example, lowest unemployment rates in Europe. Okay. Shortage of skilled labor until 2023. So the promising roles will be always be there. Okay. 75% of the women aged between 20 to 64. So there's a lot of again roles there. There are more than 1,000 jobs portals, 77 million job ads monthly. So the security of role is there. Unemployment benefit. For example, if you lose, you get those unemployment benefit. There's 60% of a net salary, or if you have children, you get 67%. That's why I keep on saying most of the people who lose their jobs are the ones who want to lose their jobs or who are trying to transition from a full-fledged job to a freelancer. So they will try to showcase that they are an unemployment benefit they'll take. Okay. Then coming to this, you have 30 days of vacation a year, plus public holidays, plus 6 weeks paid vacation, plus 1 day health of the family, plus 1 day of marriage leave, plus 10 days of child sickness, etc. Then you have flexi hours. You cannot work more than 8 hours there. You cannot work, and I'll show you why. Human labor law says that no working more than 8 hours. The European labor law, work 10 hours if the average number of hours per day note does not exceed 8 to 24 hours. Then you can work for 10 hours. If the concise is less than that, okay. So that you can also choose to work for half hour, half day, or full day. Vacation you will have to take. There is nothing like comp off there, compensatory off. It doesn't work there. Okay. So these are the lot of benefits are there. I have written here. I don't know how to narrate you in such a short time. Like if I have to tell about the benefits and non-benefit, it will take one entire session. But just to give you a brief of it, council approval will be taken if you need to work on if you are the only person working on the floor. By chance you are needing to stretch and you are the only person, the work council has to approve that this person's safety is on priority. He cannot work alone. The manager or the subordinate need to sit with you. Sunday is a strict no. One of the best thing for ladies and married couples, like 3 years of parental leave. Can you imagine? Both mother and father working in the same company can take leave together. And there is nothing like in India, you have 1 week of parental leave, right? For fathers, you can take for 3 years. Obviously, 1 year is free, second 2 years are paid. Okay. Then 2 years off on these days. Life balance is there, lowest youth unemployment rate. So, I mean, This is crazy. You can just go on and on and on, and you will have so many benefits, which I can keep on reciting and recounting. There is no end to it. Okay. But I'm sure you would have got some understanding of
Yes.
where you are heading towards.
Yeah.
You know, one of the latest thing which I got recently was that one of the person, he had put down his papers. Okay. He was supposed to leave in another 1 month. It was the appraisal time, March, April. Okay. He comes asking, I'm expecting an A plus. Huh? I'm expecting this kind of bonus. I'm expecting this kind of appraisals. In a mind of an Indian manager, will come, hey, what the hell, man? You're anyway leaving. Take your graduates and etc. and move on. But the manager told him very clearly, of course, we'll work on it. We'll ensure that you get whatever are your dues and as per your performance. You cannot respond to them in this way. Second, people who want to get employed, they have the right to ask the HRs, please give me the office tour, virtual office tour. That is also provided. Then they make up the decisions. We Indians need to be very much educated in terms of how to behave and how to work there. You cannot just 1 o'clock swing your tiffin carrier and go to the canteen and start, eating food. It's not possible. Lunches for major discussions for the office. It's not for replenishing yourself with the food. It's mainly for just grabbing a coffee. Lunches need to end with a coffee break and then they finish. It's not that you go open your tiffin and of course you have to eat. You'll have to eat, no worries, but try to be stepping into the shoes of them. 5:30, always they will close if the 6 o'clock is the closing hours, they will leave you by 5:15. Why? Because in Europe, the stores, grocery stores are open till 6:37. They're closed. And they know that while going back home, you will need to buy water, you need to buy groceries, leave you earlier, the traffic, etc. So they understand all that. So, but it's not that you just push your chair back on the at 5:30 and boom, go to the parking lot, take your car and drive back. No, again, you get up, gradually mingle with the folks, ask about their evening plans, go and talk to them, say, hey, it has been a really tiring day. Tomorrow, what's your plan? How are your kids doing? What do you do during the weekend? Have those kind of normalized talk with them for them to integrate you in the system. If you stay aloof with them, if you stay alone, mark my word, you will always stay alone. They will leave you alone. You'll be always cut off if you do not integrate. You need a social behavior pattern in order to be integrated with the team. All right. This is how we will. No worries. I think once you are in, all this we discuss. Yeah, Manish. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to add one point. I am not
Yeah, please.
by this one, but I work in Africa. There are a lot of laws they don't follow. Whatever follows, like a lot of deviations are there for we bonuses or superannuation or in gratuity or whatever. This is what the terminology used in India. But Africa and Gulf, they use a different terminology. Okay, so that is something which what Nishant has gone through.
Pointed.
That is not something which you will find in a sophisticated or governed by laws kind of country. Not in that kind.
See, I'll tell you one thing. You will only understand Europe once you land there and when you start. Even if you go as a tourist, you will not understand the work culture. I was there on a Black Friday in Brussels. My hotel was right opposite to the office. I just went at 5 o'clock to grab a black coffee and came from the kitchen down, and I came up. The entire office was blacked out. I mean, completely empty. They had gone away from there because Black Friday sale had started, and they had to be in the shops. Everybody was vanished. Lights are always switched on. Nobody cares to switch off the lights. So the culture is completely different. Harsh, before he moved to Europe from academy, his employers ensured to get him the new SUV and park in his in his garage for him. They ensured that he does the Norwegian classes. He's in Norway right now. They're sponsored for his family trip. They are helping him like their elder brothers. This is the kind of support you will get there. No Indian manager would do that. Even when I was as a manager in India, I also had a different perspective. When I moved there, I was trained on those kind of perspective. It was really hard for an Indian manager to do that, despite me knowing French, Italian, German. I do training, and that's what I put here in the sessions. Once you show them that you are their DNA, I am just an extended part of you. They will hire you. They are looking for this kind of people. They're not looking for your skill sets. They're not looking for your candidature. They know you are great, but whether you will fit into the system is what they're looking at. Tomorrow it should not be that you come and you disturb 10 other people who are already there with your compatibilities. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Good, man. So
Thank
I
you
think
for
having
thank you for time.
thank you. So I'm having a hard stop now, guys. Sorry, I extended. And
Right.
if I could not answer, please get in touch with my team. And anytime you feel in touch with me, please request the team because I'm in a different time zone, so always moving around. But I shall certainly try my best to be available over a 5 minutes call. If a call requires, Munaf, Siddharth, Jagan, I have my team, they will connect you to me, Jonathan, etc. All right. So all the best to you guys. Keep rocking, keep walking, and keep learning. And I wish to see you in Europe soon, man. All right. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
you.